Hello, I'm live. Yep, I'm Timo. You may have seen me earlier running some games. This is Defy Gravity. It's a 2D side-scrolling platformer where you shoot gravity wells that push you away or pull you towards them, and you use them to kind of optimize movement and go fast. Let me just turn off the level practice mode so I don't actually reset stages. I think that's it. Let me adjust my microphone. Yep. I'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Whoa, whoa. Yep, we are starting with a tutorial stage. You move faster if you're jumping. Now we can shoot blue gravity wells that pull us towards them. And now we get access to the orange ones that push away. The main method of movement is orange wells. There you saw a shield that disables gravity wells from affecting us. So that's useful sometimes. Most of the time it's not useful at all or harmful. That's the second stage, simple stuff. Here we just have to go upwards. This is a pretty tricky jump. Let's see if I can make it. There we go. Easy peasy. And now we get our first stage where the gravity shield is always turned on, so we have to maneuver this golden platform throughout the stage using wells, and I only use blue wells for this because the orange ones are not reliable for that kind of transport. Golden objects are affected by your wells, or everything else is not, except for you, and you're not golden, so yeah, the first half of the run is pretty simple stuff. Blue wells are mostly useful for pulling yourself back to the ground really fast, because they really affect you quick. Here I'm gonna do an elevator jump. You can get some real mad height if you kinda stick against that wall. There's a laser wall in this level. Not that we have to worry about it, because yep, going fast, but actually the laser wall has a chance of not doing anything to you. So it's kind of a non-threat. The gravity gun might stop working here, but yep, it just stopped working. Well, kinda stops working because it can't shoot orange wells there for some reason. I think it's a bug of some kind, but I have no clue. This can be a pretty tricky level if you mess up the cycles, which I kind of did, but it's not that big of an issue. There's a way to get really fast on this level, like skip a cycle, but it's so tight I barely get it in my own runs either. Yes, there's no ceiling on this level. Well, there is a ceiling on this level, but it seems to be so high up that I can just go on top of this other ceiling that is not the ceiling of the level, it's just a ceiling. And here's another one of these levels. This one has some pretty tricky parts. Here there's gonna be some golden balls that hopefully do not chase us. Yeah, they're not chasing us, so we can just go. And these golden spiky balls can also chase us, but I just kinda send it on its way. This is a tricky part, okay. Dying here is pretty much expected. I'm gonna shoot an orange well to keep those away. Pretty simple level. We can hover here if I get the angle right. You can shoot two wells when you're off the ground, and your gravity gun reloads when you touch the ground. So getting back to the ground fast is a pretty good way of doing stuff fast. Another pretty self-explanatory level. The whole game doesn't really require that much explanations of anything. You just use the mechanics provided by the game to a pretty good degree. Whoa, that was scary. Actually, this is really scary. Do I have an orange well? Yeah. Oh, that was silly. Usually I shoot an orange well when I drop off that platform, so I only have one when I go down, but I don't think I shot it this time. Yep, that's a pretty tricky jump under this little section here. Okay, I'm just gonna have to do it slow. When you go to when you go on these platforms from below, you kinda stick to them, as you saw there. It's kinda weird, but well, it makes some stuff easier, so I'm not gonna complain. Another elevator jump without the ball this time. It's pretty easy to do. And we call this level the platform swarm. You will see in a bit, because this level doesn't really make much sense. I don't know what kind of design decisions this is, but you just get a whole lot of platforms, like a lot of platforms. Here the gimmick would be that the platforms disappear, but even if I didn't have these platforms that don't disappear, the stage is extremely easy, because you get so many of them. Oh, actually kinda failed that elevator jump. I shoot the first orange well when I'm still on the ground, and then I jump on top of it. So I kinda get 3 jumps. This is where the hard stuff begins. So first we have to maneuver these golden balls. Oh, whoa, I wasn't actually touching the ground there. Okay. It can be a bit hard to determine when you touch the ground sometimes and when you're not. Being too hasty. Oh, that was close. The rest of this level is really simple stuff. You just go with this. I bumped on the ceiling there. That slowed me down a bit, but it's not a big deal. Just get rid of those. This level has a really hard strategy for doing it fast. I'll give it one more attempt, because it really saves a lot of time and eases some of the cycles. Alright. This is looking kinda sketchy. Okay, that kind of worked. It's slower than the optimal strat, but the optimal strat is also really difficult to get right. But getting through that level without deaths, so to say, because I attempted it from the beginning. That's good. Here's a pretty tricky auto-scroller skip. Need to go pretty high and far. And between these 2 lasers, shoot on well up there. That's the first part of the auto-scroller skip. I always take it easy with these. Okay, I'm gonna suicide to let the platform respawn. And let's see. Oh, that's not good, that's not good. I need to shoot it a bit higher. These blue wells can sometimes be kinda unpredictable. That might have been too high, no. Alright, that was really good. Another one of these levels, but this time there's a twist. It has these kind of little mini trials you need to go through. And this level is really annoying, so I just hope I can get through it, really. Just kind of positioning the platform there to be in a better spot. Alright. I like to use the gravity gun as little as possible here when I'm not trying to get really fast runs, because you can die a lot there. Yay. Here you just need to do a really long leap of faith. So I'm just going to try to stay as up as I can. And then spam double jumps. And that was good. I'm gonna attempt this harder but faster strat here. I think I needed more balls, so I'm just gonna chill. You can kidnap some of the balls to come with you and just kind of make it a bit faster, because they go kind of slow. I need to position the orange well pretty precisely here, that's not good. This is a really hard thing to position. This might be good. If it's not high enough, I'm just gonna use some blue bells to kidnap some balls above. Okay, let's try that again. That's not good. That should be fine. You could use a blue bell there to get the positioning correct. It's really easy to do, but they go really slow with the blue bells because they pull them towards them as they like kinda make them go into the right position, and they slow down because of that. The orange bells speed them up instead, so that's more optimal. Alright, this level is not that difficult. Need to get rid of those. That's a pretty tricky jump. That was a really slow way of doing it, but we're approaching the end. I'm actually on a pretty decent pace, considering I haven't really practiced this much. Okay, dying in these levels really costs you a lot of time. It's not a complicated level, but it just spams a lot of these balls, and I just kind of go on top of it all. And then I hope I can get down here without dying. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Aha, yep. That's what happens when you die at the end of this stage. Oh, not... Well, that wasn't the end. That was the first section of the stage. There's another one, but that one has a checkpoint. Like, there's a checkpoint in between of these two sections. Alright, this is looking better. Yep. One of my wells, I should have deleted it earlier. It sent balls all over the place. I'm gonna wait a bit for this to go away. And this is the second section of this. It shoots shurikens going all over the place, but it's nothing that complicated. You just go here, flip, press the buttons, bump your head on this, and we're on the final stage, which is just the credits, but it's still a stage, so we have to finish it. I haven't really bothered to figure out the fastest way of like just moving like this, because it happens so rarely. It's basically only useful on this. And do this and time. Yep, that's Defy Gravity. That was a pretty good run. I usually get around 12 minutes or something, so... but if you die in some specific spots, it can really make the time go a lot higher. That's why the estimate is pretty high, and considering I haven't really practiced that much. That's it. There's no Discord or anything. There's a speedrun.com page. You can download a mod there that lets you practice levels, and it fixes the game for some people because it doesn't run really well sometimes. I'm using the mod right now actually, but if you try this game out, you should practice that mod. Download that mod, because otherwise it can run 30% slower or something at 44 FPS instead of 60. That's it. Alright, I'll be playing 0K next. Stay tuned for that in a little bit.